My name is Leora, she, hers, based in Los Angeles, California.
My name is Oriana. I am a longtime educator.
This is actually a pretty complicated time in our nation's history, both throughout the country as a whole, but also within education specifically. And so I think there are a lot of people who are going to find more challenges. They certainly can draw on some of the information and knowledge and skills that they gain through the training that they receive from SCRR, but they should know that we're still here to work with them on that journey and on that process.
For me, what's been most profound is being able to kind of interrupt this fast-paced train of do for our students, do for our students, do for our students, and say, hey, what about us? And yeah, what about us? Because we're important too. But what about us? Because who we are directly impacts our young people, and our young people deserve, right? They are children. They have a lot less power in their lives, and they're forced to go to school, and they deserve a safe, healing, protective space in which they're allowed to be their true, authentic selves.
As a former middle school teacher, I'm no stranger to school crises and navigating the loss of students, community violence, death by suicide, all of these things that have happened over the course of my professional career that I don't think I ever dealt with fully, truly, deeply. And I think a way that I navigated those experiences was through trying to do healing work. And so when I had the opportunity to partner with SCRR more intentionally, when then, Jen moved on from Trauma Transformed, being able to step into a more committed role and a more active role in the project, was really profound and really powerful. And knowing that I get to continue having an impact on school communities, especially school communities that are in pain and aching together through crisis, is really important to me and really motivating to stay connected to the project and this work. Yeah, I feel like it's really humbling to think about some of the things that we've accomplished as a project and the ways in which really, truly everything we've done has been constructivist. Everything we've done has been co-designed, co-created, either internally with us as a team or just through gleaning rich learnings from the field.
Here, it's a couple things. Every time we get to a space, and in our spaces in particular, which are intentionally constructed to be a little more organic, a little more raw, I really sit with watching people say things like, well, this is going to be messy. And I'm like, but it just is. What if it just is? What if we're all constantly working and growing and in that detachment from perfection, because that's really what's at the core here, we are just constantly trying to improve at whatever pace makes sense. And so when I think about working through crisis, it is an imperfect, forward-moving process. And so just giving ourselves permission to what's one of our norms, permission to rough draft, sometimes it's not rough. Sometimes it's just slow draft or, intermittently draft, to take the metaphor too far. But I think that is so much of who we are as humans and who we are as leaders. And we just need to embrace that, that journey is going to be bumpy and sometimes rough and sometimes smooth and sometimes short and sometimes long. And we need to just, roll with it a little, whatever this is.
We're not proposing a 5-point plan, how to move through this. We're actually, and what we are doing is connecting each other in moments of deep isolation and fragmentation, and being in inquiry with ourselves and with one another about what it is we do know amidst and alongside all that we don't know.
This group of people has been transformative for me, like I said, and I want to thank everybody from the bottom of my heart for participating and continue participating, because people kept coming back and they kept sharing. And one of the things that people kept saying was, I felt validated. I also felt validated. So thank you for the validation. Thank you to others for validating others in ways that they couldn't see in the moment, in ways that they probably don't even know that they have already. Thank you for being open to curiosity. Thank you for being open to the challenge of critical thinking when it's painful. Because some of these things are still fresh for people. Thank you for transforming the field of postvention. I don't know anyone else who has had this conversation. And we said every single time, the only people who can have this conversation are the people in the room. And that is so true. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
But I radically hope that in the small, quiet moments where an SCR community member is feeling unseen, unheard, unwitnessed, is feeling impossible, is feeling like there's got to be another way, is told to get over it, is told that happened, get past it, is told that was long ago, it doesn't matter now, that there is a moment of internal reminder of the power of reckoning and an internal flicker that goes, I know that time doesn't heal all wounds. I know that meaning making does. I know that the past only informs the present and the future. I know the power of being witnessed and the necessity of structural witnessing and ritual in our work. I know that just being in a silo of behavioral health or just being in a silo of public health or education, that all of that is dysfunctional. It's actually quite functional in the dysfunction. I know that actually having moments of pause, moments of quiet, helps me reconnect to my humanity. All of that. I hope that there are flicker moments where what we have been in the doing is a constant, always reminder that we're alive. We're not just living, we're alive.